when you're going through it and you trying to get right, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to change your life, trying to give your life to God and be right and walk in the right path. It's gonna be a time where you're giving up all these things. The devil's gonna try you. He's gonna try you. You know what I'm saying? Old people gonna try to come back and influence you to do bad things. Your own mind's gonna influence you to do bad things. Even for me, like as you guys know, or if you don't know, like I've been having like a battle with smoking Mary Jane for a long time, bro. For a long time. And this last time, I put a stop to it. I put a stop to it and really wanted to lock in with my relationship with God, as you guys know. But as I'm going through it, I'm going through a lot of stuff right now, as we know, right? Cutting off old friends who used to do all that stuff, and them just cutting them off, right? And not even me just cutting them off, but in terms of that, after I cut them off, and I'm going through and I'm living my life, and I'm also retaining as well, semen retention. I'm doing that as well, and just waiting for my wife in that sense. I'm not doing nothing crazy, right? But before, I'm not gonna lie, I used to have a problem with pornography. As you guys know, pornography, whatever that is. I mean, not whatever it is, yeah. I know what it is, but yeah, like every time I used to get high, I used to watch it. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm really to come to the truth. I used to get high, and I used to watch it. That used to be the problem, right? The weed was a gateway to sin for me, right? So as I kept going through that cycle, I'm like, man, I really need to change. I need to cut off my friends, the friend group that is keep doing that, because I don't want to keep doing that, right? But as I cut it off, I'm starting to cut it off and starting to wake up, right? And doing good. There's been plenty of times as I'm doing good, right? I have succubus dreams, wet dreams, basically succubus demons on me trying to take my energy, because your semen, if you're a man or even a woman, your sexual energy is a energy, bro. It literally makes your mental better, less anxiety, all these things, right? And on top of that, I've been clinically diagnosed with ADHD. So me abstaining away from marriage and holding my seat helps my mental health a lot, to the point where I don't have those ADHD symptoms. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say is, when you're trying to cut yourself off of all those things, the devil's gonna try to come. Because look, succubus dreams try to come in, they try to take my energy, they couldn't, right? But there's been this past time with, I didn't even know, it wasn't even a dream. My energy was just gone. It just came out, gone, seeming gone. Like, what the heck? What is going on? What is going on, right? And out of nowhere for the past couple of days, like, just been mad depressed, thinking dark thoughts. I'm like, this is not me. I didn't release. What happened? Come to find out, I felt myself the next day after that happened, not knowing I did, because it was like, it was sneaky. It was very, very sneaky. But I know it's because when I release, I know I get tired. I get super, super tired when I wake up after. I'm like, oh, snap. So I kind of knew, but at the same time, I didn't. And I really started getting really a depressed state. I'm like, oh, snap. And my brain felt like mad foggy, mad weird, because that's what usually happens. I'm like, oh, yeah, something happened. The devil's trying to get me, right? The devil's trying to get me. But more of the story is, when you try to really go in this journey, you got to really, 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 really be withstanding for it. And even today, I almost tried to relapse and smoke weed again. The thought was in it. I'm looking up what weed is good for ADHD symptoms. Like, what, bro? And I'm like, no, I know I can't do that. I know I can't do that. But at the same time, it's so easy to go back to that trouble. But I had to tell myself no. Even my mind went there, and I even looked it up. No, and I had to snap out of it and get right. But for me, what helps is working out and taking my supplements, as well as retaining. But even when you're in those eras of the devil's trying to come in and do all this crazy stuff, right? You still have to stay on the path and allow the pain to be there, but you still have to keep going, right? You can't stop yourself from not having these bad thoughts or doing all this or doing all that. You have to allow it to go through its course, but keep on walking in the way of Christ, in the way of God that you need to go, which you know you need to go, your high conscience know you need to go, and you'll get there. But you got to walk in the way. You got to keep going. That's what I had to do for myself. And it's cool to have people that hold you accountable. Like, and it's crazy, y'all. I cut off my friend, and guess what? I met another person who's a believer himself, and we go to Bible studies almost every Saturday. We started last Saturday. We're gonna go this Saturday. So it's like God puts things in your life, right? But it's also good to have a community, man. A community, because a lot of these times I've been going through, I haven't talked to nobody. Maybe I talked to some of my friends, but some of my friends, you know, they're still cool, they're my brothers and stuff. But like, you know, we guys, so it's like, it's not really, you know, it's not really saying too much. But because I just be playing off like, no, I'm gonna get through it. But sometimes I need that person to talk to. I know y'all need someone to talk to. So that's why I feel like this here video, or whoever watches this, we need to create a community together to help others when they're going through that stuff. Because a lot of times it's hard when you're by yourself. You feel like you have nobody in this world, nobody to help you. Your family don't understand. Some of your friends don't understand. You can't talk to some of your friends because sometimes it feels like, oh, you're just complaining. We all got problems. Or, oh, especially as a man, you don't want to complain because, you know what I'm saying, or talk about your problems because that doesn't make you less manly. So it's like it's eating you up inside to the point where you're like, man, I don't know if I even want to deal with this life anymore. It gets like that. It gets treacherous like that. But when you know that that's not from God, that's not from God. You got to know that's not from God. That's not from him. No, no, no. So you got to know that and plant that in your head and remember who got you, right? Because he's going to put you through the fire just like he's putting me through the fire. He's going to put you through it, but you got to stay righteous and you got to stay right, and you can't let that stuff get to you. Because once you start letting it get to you and you start folding, then you're in this cycle. I've been in this cycle too many times, y'all. As y'all know, some of y'all some of y'all been here, you know what I'm saying? I posted a couple videos of me wanting, you know what I'm saying, stop smoking. I delete those because I wanted to smoke. But guess what? I fell back in the cycle, in the cycle, in the cycle, in the cycle. And I got so much in the cycle that I hated it and I was done with it. And I'm done with it. But I know that there's gonna be fire. There's gonna be fire. And so a lot of the times that helps me through the fire is I made this gospel song that I really like. I ain't gonna lie, I made it. I don't know if I should post it. I don't know what y'all let me think. I mean, let me know. I'm talking too crazy fast. But that helps. But a lot of stuff helps, y'all. Listening to gospel music helps. Praying to God helps. Even sometimes when you're praying to God and it feels like it's not working, it helps because God's timing is better than your timing. That's what I realized. Because even me, I'm praying and praying and praying and praying and praying and praying. I'm like, man, it's not working. What's going on? And then out of nowhere, boom, gives me that little sense of to keep me going, right? That strength to keep me going, right? And little things, like little things you used to do as a kid before you used to do anything. Say if you're addicted to drugs or any of that, do the little things as a kid. Like for me, I like doing extreme, not dangerous, but like X Games type of stuff. I like jumping off stuff. I like doing certain stuff, riding my bike fast or going like that. Just doing kids that stuff I used to do as a kid, like riding motorcycles, driving cars, doing stuff like that is what I like to do. So remember, always do the things that made you as a kid have fun, that made you pure, made you your kid form. Because at the end of the day, that's the first form. That's the main form of us that are always going to be here, is the kid form. Because that's the most purest form. That's the, no matter what, that kid form is going to be you. You're always going to be trying to help and please the inner child at some point in your life. No matter if you're, you know what I'm saying, 18 or 100. You know what I'm saying? You're always going to do something want to please that, because that's the most purest and happiest form of you. You know what I'm saying? Until you go to grown age, and now you've been corrupted by the world. You know what I'm saying? So what I just say is through the fire was helping me right now through the fire, and I'm still, every day's getting better and better. But what I can say is pray no matter even if it's not working. Read the word too. I did that last night, that helps. But also stay active, go to the gym, take your supplements. As I've been taking ashwagandha and L-theanine, that's been helping because that's the main reason why I want to even smoke anyways, because of the ADHD, to calm that down and to calm, you know what I'm saying? But I already know that leads me to sin. I'm not doing it. It's just a trick. I already know. I've been through this too many times to get tricked again. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I'm done, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm over it. So it's just like, remember, stay active. Take your supplements. Always keep God first. Pray. And just keep going, because at the end of the day, if you keep going back to that sin or keep going back to it, it's just like a toxic ex. Like, you're going to keep on leaving it, and it's just going to be a cycle, and that cycle's not fun. It's not a fun cycle. Cycle's not fun. It's not, because you're going to keep going in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. But once you try to break it, just know the devil's going to be on your booty. He's going to be on you. You're going to be put through the fire, and God will allow him to do that. I noticed that he allowed him to do that to me because to see if I really want to change. To see if I really want to change. Is this really who you want to be? Is this really you want to change? Do you really love me? Do you really care? Are you going to pray to me when you're in this situation? That's what he's doing. And if you can't do that and you keep on going back, you're going to be a forever cycle. So you have to pray. And you have to keep your armor up, because if you don't keep your armor up, it can get treacherous, bro. It can get real treacherous. It can get real treacherous, y'all. But anyways, you guys, I appreciate you guys for watching. I know y'all see the view. I'm gonna let y'all see more of the view. This view's beautiful where I'm at, bro. Let me show y'all. Bro, look at this, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, woo! Look what God made. This is crazy. Don't you ever just go to like the ocean and be like, dang, look what God made. Like, this crazy. Like, dang. But anyways, y'all, I appreciate y'all for watching. Y'all have a blessed day. Y'all stay safe, man. This is a real talk where I'm Mosa, man. This is just really about my life. I really haven't come out and talked about like that like pornography stuff and weed stuff really to nobody, not my own family. Some of them even follow me, but I just feel like I need to come out here and vent and just talk to the people, you know what I'm saying? And whoever sees this, and whoever, you know what I'm saying, can relate, can relate, and it can help somebody. Because, you know, we all be going through it. But anyways, I'll catch y'all. Love y'all. Peace.